Hey everyone, Sky here to discuss The Village, starring Joaquin Phoenix, Bryce Dallas Howard, Adrian Brody, Sigourney Weaver, and William Hurt, and directed by M. Night Shyamalan. Now, I remember going to movie theaters for this, and was I impressed with it? Let's get into it. The movie starts off at a funeral of a character we don't know named... Well, I don't remember his name, and the person's father, August Nicholson, played by Brendan Gleeson, and the service is being ran by Edward Walker, played by William Hurt, who, I didn't bring this up in the Incredible Hulk review, how much he depresses me. And we get introduced to the village idiot, Noah Percy, played by Adrian Brody, and I'm throughout the show going to call him the village idiot, because that's what he is, I felt like. And I felt that was tacky at best. This whole opening sequence just felt tacky. The one who they don't speak of is another name I'm going to give this monster throughout the movie, and is killing innocent animals, excuse me. And the next scene, we get introduced to Lucius and Alice Hunt, who are mother and son, and played by Joaquin Phoenix and Sigourney Weaver. And so far this movie is rather tacky and stupid. Kitty Walker has a crush on Lucius, and he rejects her. And Kitty is played by Judy Greer, and why is she telling Lucius she loves him? And why is she in this movie? I don't know, because they freaking know each other. They freaking know each other. I mean, they don't know each other. They don't freaking know each other. And her sister Ivy, played by Ron Howard's daughter, Bryce Dallas Howard. And this and next week's movie, Lady in the Water, is the reason why I said before, she's got a freaky looking face, and I'm too scared to look at her. And both here and next week's movie. And M. Night pulls that off very well as far as her face goes. I'm going to be brutally honest at this point. I don't like these characters whatsoever. The turn of events are tacky and dead in the water. And while I watch this movie, I can't help but think about what Roger Ebert said about this movie. And I'm going to quote this. This is a complete disappointment from Shyamalan. And I couldn't agree more. Starting from here till near the end of his movies was when I might go downhill. I'll let you know what movie will be the one to pick it up. I mean, when we get there. I mean, I don't even know if there will be. But this is just by far just a big disappointment. The one that shall not be named arrives in the village, and Ivy tries to feel Lucius' hands. And the problem I'm having is he safe somewhere else? Don't wait for him. Get your ass inside. And she waits for him still until he gets there. But for the life of me, I thought, seriously, get your ass inside or else you're dead. That's my main problem. If you're not inside, you're dead. My God, the script is a mess! And also, this movie is absolutely freaking boring. The village idiot stabs Lucius twice, and we see his family frightened because he's got blood in his hands, and the village idiot gets locked up because the villagers find out Lucius was killed by the village idiot. And Ivy slaps the village idiot, which was rather funny. Meanwhile, Lucius is lying in bed dead, and that's not supposed to be very funny. And it's the script's fault for making this movie look so laughable. And the way M. Night directs these actors is unbearable. The score is also very annoying and distracting throughout the movie. Ed Walker, let's call William Hurt's character, lets Ivy go to the town for a way to cure Lucius, because she asks to let her, and she does so on her own with a couple of guys. One is Jesse Eisenberg, before he was famous and became in The Social Network and such. And the other one, I don't quite know his name, but they ditch early in the journey, which what cowards. Ivy at one point runs into the one that shall not be named and attacks her and leads them into a trap. And who is it under the costume? The village idiot! As he falls down into the trap and dies right out of the blue, which is the dumbest reveal I've seen in all of M. Night's movies. Ivy goes to town, and a deputy, Kevin, asks Ivy questions like where did she come from, and which was the word woods. Deputy Kevin goes to the sheriff's office for medicine, and who's the sheriff? M. Night himself, making a cameo again for this movie. And it takes place in present time, when we're led to believe it's supposed to be around 1800s, maybe? That twist did not thrill me. It was like, whatever, I don't need to care about this shit. Ivy goes back to the village and gives Lucius the medicine, and he is alive? I don't know, because they don't tell us as credits begin to roll. And that was an unsatisfying ending. Anyways, let's just get into this rating. I'll give this movie a 3.8 out of 10. I don't like these characters, the score was distracting, and it's a very stupid and tacky movie. The ending is was very unsatisfying, and it's also boring, and I'm furious. And I'm going to say this again about what Roger Ebert said. This is a complete disappointment from Shyamalan. So we'll see how Lady in the Water gets next week, because I'm a little nervous about going through this filmography. And I'd like to thank you guys for joining me, and next week I will be back with Lady in the Water. And until next time, you village idiot, M. Night.